This BODMAS is written in short form, where B stands for bracket, O stands for orders, that is powers, etc. D and M stands for D stands for division, MN stands for multiplication. In A and S, A stands for addition, S stands for subtraction. To update an operation of numbers, at first we must complete what is in the bracket, and then we must complete what are in the orders, like 2 to the power square, 2 to the power square, or root over 25. And then we should do the division and multiplication. So if there is a division and multiplication together, we must go from left to right. And as for addition and subtraction, the rule is also same. We must go from left to right and do the operation that comes first. For example, how do you deal with this? 3 plus 6 into 2. So what should we do? As further on, we should do the multiplication at first. Let's do 15. And then the addition. For example, the equation 7 plus 6 into, if we apply the BODMAS rule here, so we must do what is in the bracket at first. So in the bracket, you can see the bracket, there is 6 into 5 square plus 3. Then inside the bracket we must do the orders at first. So there is an order inside the bracket, so let us complete the order at first. That is 5 squared, so 5 squared equals to 25. 25 plus 3. Okay. Then inside the bracket there is a multiplication and addition. We have to first do the multiplication and then complete the addition. So eventually it will be 160. For example, 6 divided by 3 into 2. See if there is also a division and also multiplication. So we have to go from left to right. So when you go from left to right, first you have to complete 6 divided by 3. That will be 2 into 2. So it will be 4. But if it was like this, it will be 6 3s are 18. As we change the operation here, divided by 2, so 18 divided by 2 is 9. So here how it matters, changing the sequence of the operations. We all are familiar with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, rules of science of adding two real numbers. Addition. We all must know that positive into positive equals to positive, and positive into negative equals to negative. For example, there are two numbers, 2 and 3, plus 3 is equals to 2 plus 3, that equals to 5, minus 2 plus minus 3, which equals to, it will be a minus 3, so plus into minus, so it will be minus 3 equals to minus 5. So and minus if there is two minus together, you have to add those minus, because it is like this. This is the same expression as this one. So here if we have to do what is in the bracket first, so 3 plus 5, so 5 plus 5 into minus, so it will be minus 5. Now go with rules of sign for subtraction. Rules of signs here, suppose negative, positive, it will eventually be negative. Negative into negative is equal to positive. For example, let's take two numbers, 2 and 3, plus 2 minus plus 3 plus 2 plus 2, so plus positive into negative equals to negative 2 minus 3, which will be minus 1. The number minus 2 minus 3 equals to minus 2. Here negative, here negative into negative, which will be positive 3. So 3 minus 2 equals to 1. Now let's review the rules of sign for multiplication. The rules of signs is pretty simple here. Positive into positive equals to positive. Positive into negative. Negative. Negative into negative equals to positive. So let's do examples here. Two numbers 2 and 3. Plus 2 into plus 3 is equals to plus positive into positive equals to positive, so plus 3 to the 6 plus 2 into minus 3. Here positive into negative is equals to minus 3 to the negative into negative equals to positive. 3 into 2 is equals to 6. Review the rules of signs for division. Plus equals to plus. Divided by negative equals to negative. Minus plus. So these are the rules of signs for division. Let's do some examples. For example, we'll take the number 5 and 10 here. Divide by plus 5. So 10 divided by 5. So positive divided by positive equals to positive. 10 divided by 5 equals to 2. Plus 10 divided by minus 5 equals to plus divided by minus is negative. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Plus 10 divided by minus 5 equals to minus divided by minus is plus. And if we want to do for minus 10 divided by plus 5, the result will be same as this. So it is not always necessary to write the positive plus in here. You can just simply ignore writing positive signs in front of the number. It is very important to write the negative one, otherwise your marks will be cancelled.